Here's the pitch from Capomaccio, and Diggins with the drive out to left center field. Left fielder Easton Richter looks up at the wall. Chase Diggins, 3-run bomb. Here's the 2-2. Solis Jr. uncorks one out to left. Goodbye, shalom, and sayonara as the Kansas Jayhawks go back-to-back. And the true freshman gives up another shot. My goodness, back-to-back-to-back jacks off the Jayhawk backs. This time it's Brady Council out to left field. Here's the 1-0 to Ballinger. Ballinger, did he do it? Did he do it? Stay fair. Back-to-back-to-back-to-back home runs for Kansas. Brady Ballinger up near the third deck. 2-1. No way. No way. 5 homers in a row. Jackson Hauge. Are we playing on rookie difficulty here? We are getting a home run derby here at US Bank Stadium. Doesn't mean much. Infield playing back. Here's the first pitch to Smith with a drive out to right field. Mamma mia! Here we go again! Sawyer Smith, 3-run walk-off bomb. Kansas will win it 12-11. I'm out here with Coach Fitzgerald in front of the Sunflower Showdown Game 1. Now, Coach, you guys bring in a lot of transfers. It's your 3rd year in the program, but do you feel like you are right in the thick of this rivalry? Like, do you really feel it?
Yeah. I mean, I think rivalries, that's the beauty of rivalries, is they supersede coaching changes and players and transfers and all that stuff. You know, these go back a long time, and Kansas and K-State have been playing for a long time, just like every other rivalry has. So, yeah, I mean, I don't, on a personal level, each game is just another game. I think the excitement leading up to it is what makes it great. Once the game starts, it's whoever wins the 17 inches across the plate, and whoever plays cleaner baseball. But yeah, I think these are rivalries are what college sports are built on.
Now, Coach, you guys are halfway through Big 12 play. You guys sit at 9-6. What is one thing you want your team to improve on for the latter half, and one thing you think your team has done very well?
We've been a really good offense and a consistent offense throughout the year. We've obviously hit for a ton of power. We've done a really nice job with the strike zone offensively. I think we've been inconsistent at times in the bullpen, and we've shown glimpses of being special in the bullpen. So, yeah, I think there are some things that, the season is it's always evolving. So I think, some improvement on some areas in the bullpen, continued good defense, and continued versatile, powerful offense is probably how I'd sum that up.
For Dominic Vegley getting a start on the mound after he pitched against TCU, he's been great all year, not his best start last time out. What do you want to see from him today in order to turn it around?
Yeah, was not sharp last week against a really offensive TCU team that clearly had his number. Dom is best when he's got all four working and he's mixing and locating in and within the zone. In the baseball world, you talk about control and command, and they're two different things. You've got control is the ability to throw strikes, and command is the ability to throw really commanded inside the strike zone. And Dom is certainly a command guy, so he needs to get back to working his 4 pitches. And the good news is, you look at last week, Dom had 2 rough innings and then settled in and got us through 5, which was really big on a Friday night to not trash your pen. So he needs to be himself and do what he's done for 2 years.
As for this rivalry, you've been here for a couple of years now. Do you have any particular game that has been your favorite between Kansas and K-State?
I think there have been a bunch of good ones. Obviously we eliminating them last year in the, or I guess not eliminating them, but beating them in the opener of the Big 12 tournament, and was a great ball game that came down to the end where Lenny hit a big triple that we ended up scoring on, and then Cranton closed it out. That was a great game. We had a couple good ones at their place a year ago. Played them this fall. I thought we played great against them this fall. So yeah, it's been good, man. I anytime I get a chance to come out here and coach, it ends up being one of my favorite times, man. I love what we're doing. I love how we're building this thing. I love the direction we're headed.
All right, last question. Just because we're hearing them already during this interview, but the student section, very loud. All 3 games are sold out, and there's been 2 sellouts in Hoagland Ballpark history. How exciting is it to feel the wrath of the Jayhawk Nation?
Yeah, it's a great home field advantage, and certainly an energy that our guys feed off of, and in one that can be intimidating as an opponent. So I think it shows the excitement of what we've done in a short amount of time, and where we are and where we're headed. And Jayhawk Nation, I've said it since our first fall scrimmage here 2 years ago, Jayhawk Nation always shows up. So these next couple days are going to be really fun.
Awesome. Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thanks, man.
And Ballinger feasts off of right-handed pitching. Here's the pitch, and there's a first pitch changeup on the inside corner. And I wonder if the take sign was on, because that's a pitch Brady Ballinger going to put off the scoreboard. High changeup, would have caught it out in front, but he's still a great hitter. Let's see what he wants to do here on the 0-1. Guyett takes a look at second, now turns and fires. Changeup missed high and away. Bear Madliak trying to frame that, but he's not going to get the call. Count 1-1.
It's the first time you feel like KU's putting real game pressure on KSU, who scored 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and they've led 3-0 since.
Ballinger ready for the pitch. There's a big swing, and he missed the 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Count 1-2. This also, Sean, feels like the first time you can really feel the environment, as with a sold-out crowd against K-State, you thought it would be more rowdy, but again, there just hasn't been much to talk about for the Kansas offense. Let's see if that can all change here. Here's the 1-2. Ballinger late on the fastball, but it's down the line. That's going to score at least one. Serta chugging for third, and he'll be up there standing. Brady Ballinger comes back into his dugout screaming, as it is now 3-1 Kansas, a standing O here from the home crowd faithful. That run being charged to Jacob Frost, and James Guyett digging himself a hole here.
What a piece of hitting by Ballinger, going the other way down in the count, sprays it past third. Of course, everybody running with 2 outs. Runners at the corners now. Brady needed that one. We mentioned it's been about a week and a half since his last hit. And now the Big 12's home run leader, Jackson Hauge. Well, if he hits one here, that's worth 3, and that'd be a lead for Kansas. But nice seeing KU finally scratch.
And just like you said, he didn't want to do too much with that, as he could have had the game-tying home run, but instead Ballinger sat back on it and let it go the other way. As we got timeout here for Serta at third base, tying his shoe. So that'll kind of ease the tension here at Hoagland.
Some sort of wardrobe malfunction. 40th batted in on the season for Brady Ballinger. And hey, that's why those at-bats are important. Even when you're hungry to get anything going, the 2 runners who started this reach via the walk. Smith, with nothing going on, bases empty, 2 outs against a pitcher you haven't been able to do anything against. And then against one of the top relievers in the conference, Serta reached before Ballinger brought home 1 for KU.
And Hauge with a shot out to left center field. He's going to watch it fly. Jackson Hauge has just given the Jayhawks the lead. 1 pitch is all it took, and that ball was way out of here. Everyone knew it off the bat. The fans stood up, and it is a brand new ball game here in Lawrence.
Unbelievable. Jackson Hauge does it again. Kansas takes the lead at 4-3. It all started with that bases empty 2-out walk to Sawyer Smith. Serta works the walk. Brady goes the other way. Hauge got a cookie, and he didn't miss.
It's crazy, Sean. 5 minutes ago, this crowd was dead. Credit to the pitcher, Jacob Frost, for doing something that the next pitcher couldn't do for K-State, and that was really figure out something with this KU offense, but they see a new guy, and he's not gotten an out yet. And really, unfortunately for Frost, his performance now goes out the window. Like I said, he was probably a candidate for Big 12 Player of the Week if K-State could hang on. But now it is 4-3 Kansas after a 4 spot in the bottom of the 7th. Swung right through it. Cincinnati rocking the red jerseys with the white C on the right side of their chest to go along with gray pants and a black helmet. Kansas with the camo hats as the fastball misses high and away, count 1-1. We got the white block letter font on the blue jersey tops, as well as a red number on the lower third, and then you got the white pants with the blue stripe.
The switch that flipped for him.
So I would say it's two things. One, just pure luck. Dominic Vagley, a guy that gives up a lot of fly balls. That was his MO. And last year, he just didn't get bitten by the gopher ball. He was a guy that kept the ball in the yard, even though he gave up a lot of fly balls. And a lot of these advanced metrics will tell you that may not have been the best recipe for success. And that's why I think he digressed just a little bit, because he kind of returned to an average. Like, okay, now he is giving up more fly balls, so the home runs are going to come. But lately, the home runs that he has given up have been solo shots because he's been so dominant in the zone, racking up more strikeouts than he has all season. And when you combine those two things, I mean, he is probably the best pitcher in the Big 12. Again, I think it was a mix of bad luck as well as him just needing to make a change, attack the zone more, and that's when Dominic Vagley becomes the Big 12 pitcher of the year.
The 23rd ranked KU baseball team is in town to face the Cincinnati Bearcats in a 3-game set with first pitch coverage starting at 5:50 right here at KLWN later today. KU softball is home at Arocha Ballpark this weekend and are taking on UCF in the last Big 12 series of the season. Lastly, the Kansas City Royals completed the sweep of the Tampa Bay Rays with an 8-2 victory, including a home run by Bobby Witt Jr. and 6 innings of baseball from starting pitcher Seth Lugo.